Hi friends, welcome back to the Generous Poor. I'm so glad you're here. It's Monday, which means it's time to unzip my wallet, see what's left, stuff what's next, and do that little mid-month reset that I actually look forward to, and hopefully you do too. Today we're cash stuffing our third paycheck of July, $2,418 total. And while we've already planned this out in Sunday's video, you can check that out. I filmed it yesterday. This is the part that makes it real. Bills get paid, envelopes get their love, and I get to reset for the week ahead. And I say this all the time, but it's worth repeating. This isn't about perfection. I make mistakes, I overspend, I forget categories, but I don't call that failure. I call that progress, because this system gives me another chance every single week to do better, and that's why I love it. So let's start by seeing what's still hanging out of my wallet after last week. And let me grab... So let me put my envelope tracker back in here. And let me also grab my weekly wallet tracker. So what I like to do is go through my categories and see what I budgeted and what I have left over every single week. I usually fill this out beforehand, but I didn't today. Sorry about that. And you'll see that business, if you've been watching my channel, I took business out and I took Pearl out, because Pearl, we pay on our credit card every week. And so I'm not going to be putting that in my wallet, carrying it around, categories that I don't spend out of my wallet. So we budgeted $300 out of groceries and we spent $300. So we have nothing left. Household, we budgeted $50. And we spent $50. Seems like this isn't right. Okay. So we have $0 remaining. Dining out, we budgeted, what did we budget? Let me look at my cash. Let me look at my planning. So household, 100. Well, that was 50 because this is for 2 weeks. Date night is, dining out is 100 and dining out is 100, date night's 75, and Lori is 100, and giving is 40, and buffer was 50, I think. Anyway, so dining out, let's put this here. So dining out, we budgeted 100 and we have 20, 40, 1, and 42. So we spent 58 and we have 42 remaining. So I'm going to put this right here. Lori, we have a little bit left. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll put that right there. So we spent 95. I love to fill out my wallet tracker every week because it gives me an idea of what I either need to tweak or bring up or down, or it just puts in front of me what my spending habits are. So date night, 75, and we have 51, 52, 53, 54 left. So we spent 21. My husband and I had a coffee date, and so we just we did coffee. Each of us got a coffee, and each of us got like a little treat to eat with our coffee, and so it was $21. So it's a lot cheaper than going to dinner date night, and we actually had a lot of fun doing it. So, 54, we'll put that in here, a lot of ones this week. Giving, I spent 40, and we have $0 left. And buffer, we have 10 left. So that means we spent 40. And actually, I moved a lot of my buffer over into my grocery envelope because I overspent in my groceries. So, left over this week, we have 42 plus 5 plus 54 plus 10. So we had 111 left over. And what I like to do is go through my weeks prior. So July 1, I had 173 left over. And then when I had all of my family in town for 4th of July weekend, I only had $6 left over in my rollover. So it's interesting to see sort of what can get bumped up and what can't. So anyway, now my wallet is unstuffed. And I'm going to figure out where I want to put my rollover. So what I think I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to put 50 into my buffer. This is my overflow here. So I'm going to put 50 into my buffer. And so now I have 150, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 68, 69. So we should have 169. In fact, let me grab, I don't know what pen I used, but we're going to add 50. So 189. Did I say 189 or 179? Let me just make sure that's right. 150, 60, 70, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 189. So that's right. So the tracker is right. So let's do that. And then the rest we will put into savings challenges at the end of the video. So we will put those into my personal savings challenges. So let's put this right here. And close that up. So I'm going to put this off to the side. So now we are going to, whoa, you know what I forgot? I actually forgot to count my change. So we do have change left over this week. So let's put this off to the side. Let's grab our, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quarters, 2 dimes, and 4 pennies. And again, every single penny counts. So this, I made this up. This is a coin blessing. May the coins you keep flow freely. May they carry wealth into your life and purpose into the world. May every bit of change pour abundantly into your own generosity. And so I keep that at the beginning. And when I take the money in, I track it right there. So let's pull out our penny. And we have 4 pennies. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll put this back in here. So we have 4. We don't have any 5 cents. We have 10 cents. You guys, every penny counts in your budget. It all adds up. I mean, I had over $100 the other day. If I had not done my change, I would have never had that. So we have 10 cents. We have 20 cents. We got to do 2 of those. And then my quarter challenge, we have 5. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And when this is all done, I will have saved $50. I mean, you'd pick $50 up off the sidewalk, wouldn't you? I don't understand why some people don't want to do their change, but I do. So we're going to put this back in here, and then I'm going to put all my change in this right here. And I have a little thing on here that says my 2 cents, which I thought was super cute and cheesy and cute. So pennies, nickels, dimes, let them pile up. I don't know about you, but I always forget how fast change adds up until I cash it in and I'm like, oh, hello, bonus Target run or wherever you need to go. I mean, you could even put it in your wellness category or your self-care. $100 is kind of nice. So let's stuff our wallet. So I am going to let's grab our cash. And so here is my cash from the week. And so I pulled out $2,418. And I already pulled out my wild card money. So that is $600 already. So we're going to add that to that. And I've already put it in my, my envelope here, because it's a lot of ones and stuff like that. So I've already pulled that out. So now let's count. Let's see what we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 200. Then we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 2, 4, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86. So that's 600. And then we have my games. I decided this week I was going to reduce some of the ones, and so I've upped the 10s and the 5s, and so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I'm not going to be scrambling trying to find ones, but 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So 180. And actually these need to scoot back. Then we'll do our 5s. 5, well, I'll go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 5. And then we have 1, 2, and 3. And that's 2418. That is exactly what we should have for today's cash stuffing. So I'm going to put my calculator off to the side. I am going to put this back in my bag. Close that up. And I have off to the side my cash planning sheet. And so we will start with my my wallet. And I'm going to keep this off to the side so I can reference it. So let's move my calculator. We'll put that right there. So let's get into my wallet. So what I do is, since we are a bi-weekly paid or bi-monthly paid family, I stuff my wallet with week 1, and then I stuff my overflow with week number 2. So what I'm going to do is groceries this week was 4. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a 50. Each one got a 50. And a 20. Two 10s. And 2 5s. So let's count that. So we have 1, 2, 50, 70, 80, 90, 100. So we have 300 going into our wallet and 300 going into overflow. And the reason I did different denominations this time is because I need to put a little quick sort on my hands. Is I play games with my grocery money and my personal money. So we are going to grab. So what I do with my grocery money is I pull this out. I'm not very prepared today. And I scratch to see how much I can save extra for savings challenges. And so it looks like this was the same for last week. I have to save $20. So I'm taking $20 out of my groceries. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I'll do a 10 and 2 5s. I'll put this in the back. And now my groceries for this week has 100, 250, 70, and 80. So grocery has $80 for the week. I just play with a little extra. It's sort of another way to kind of squeeze the budget a little bit and put some extra money and see if you can do it. And I did. I've been doing it. So we'll put this away until next week. Okay, dining out is going to get 100 for each week. Oh, whoops. Dining out is right here. And then household is going to get a 20 and a 5. And I've reduced this category as well. We'll see how that goes. But I figured with 2 kids that moved officially out of our house, we've reduced what we need in our household budget. So, so there's that. Lori is going to get 200. So we're going to do 20, 40, 60, 80, 20, 40, 60, 80, and then 110 and 2 5s. And again, the reason I do this one is because, let's just make sure the math works. My math is math into this week. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100 is, I play with my personal money as well. So this one, I open up my challenges and I do my budgeting with Ira, and I roll the dice to see which category or which one I roll and what I take out of my personal to put in here. And this is called the primary challenge. And so it's another way to save a little extra dollars. So, oops, yellow. Oh, geez, so 20 this week. So I have to take $20 out of my personal spending. And now I have saved from personal $20, $30, $40. And again, just another way to save a little extra. So now we've done 20, and I'll put this away. And now I have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. So I have $80 for the week, which honestly is plenty. It's a plenty amount of money. When my boys were moving out, I was using some of my personal and different things to do that, but you know, they're not here now. So now date night is going to get 75 per week. So 75. So 50, 75 in date night. And then this just goes in here. So what I do is just keep all this money and it just stays back there. Pearl has an envelope here. So I'm just going to put her $60. So she's getting 2 20s and 2 10s because she gets $30 a week. And I just keep it in my overflow because actually I just keep her one portion in here and then I put her next week in there. Because, like I said before, no sense carrying that around when I spend it, when I use it for my credit card. So there's that. And then, so Pearl's done. Kindness is getting 2 20s, which is giving in my wallet. And then it gets in for next week. Business is going into my other binder. And so what I'm going to do is put $40 and we'll just put it right into business. Because I moved it out of here. I don't think I have an envelope in here anymore. Let me check. No, I moved it. So I moved it into the business envelope. But that was after I did my budget. So we'll put $40 in here. Let's update the tracker. And then now we have 60. Might not be the greatest pen to write with. I'll change it. And so now we have $60 in that envelope. Just want to make sure it all stays right. Okay, so that's done. And buffer is going to get 25 each one. So there's that. And then buffer. And this is sort of like last week when I went over in my grocery budget. I had to take from my buffer. So anyway, my wallet now is stuffed, and my week 2, which is my week 4, technically for July, is going to go in here so that it's ready for next week. I moved this back here because I was spending money, using money out of these buffer categories, but I also was keeping my extra week in here, and it was very, very confusing. So anyway, that is it for my overflow and my my wallet. So now let's get into cash stuffing for all of my categories. So let's grab my 1K savings challenge that I made, which I'm super, super proud of. And let's do this. And that is getting, so this is my 1K savings challenge. Whoop, this came off. This is my 1K savings challenge. Let me put that back in there. And you can put your overflow right here, but we are stuffing 40 this week. And we're going to the second 40. These are all the denominations. I've already finished the 50s, and now we're moving on to the 40s. I already have 140, which is right here. And then we're going to put another 40 in. And this is nice. This is $1,000 savings. And then let's mark off our 40. And if you don't have 40, or you have only 5, you can put it right in this envelope in the front and collect as much as you have until you can move money into the back. It's pretty easy, and it's a pretty great way to save the money. So that's going to be put off to the side. So there's my 1K. My wild card Wednesday and my saving Saturday, I've already moved the $300 for each game for each week. So what I do is I keep my wild card money, wild card number 1, wild card number 2, saving Saturday number 1, and saving Saturday number 2 in this binder, so that it is ready when I go to play my games. So it's all done. Okay, so now we are going to go into celebrations, and my celebrations binder I'll put right here. Hopefully you can see that. So celebrations, we're going to start with birthdays, and it is going to get 10. So we're going to do 2. And I think I just did a 10. Yep. So we'll put that right there. We'll update the tracker. I might update the trackers off camera, so this doesn't turn into like a crazy video. So I'll put this right here. I like the tracker to be in the back, so when I'm cash planning, I can see exactly how much I have. Gifts is going to get 13. And the reason you might wonder is why I did 13 is because I put this challenge in here. And so I'm kind of keeping up with that. It'll be $130 when I'm done. So we'll put this right here. Actually, we'll put this one in the back. Celebrate is getting 10. And I think I'm just gonna cash stuff, and I'll do the trackers after. It's gonna be too much if I keep doing that. So 25 going into summer. Fall is getting 15. Winter is getting 10. And then again, I will update these trackers off camera, because winter only got 10, so it didn't even fill one of these. So, whoops, I usually put this in the back. Spring is getting 15. So spring is getting 15. These are my categories that I'm funding seasonally so that I can say yes to things that just come up. Thanksgiving is getting 20 because I want to be able to say yes to those things. Christmas is getting 100. And I am actually going to open up my Christmas binder because I'm funding this now. So this is fully paid or fully funded, fully funded. We are on my ugly sweater. So let's see. We have 50, 100. Okay, so we're not even, this one can go all the way in here. So now we have 100, 200, 10, 11, 12, and 13, and I need 300 for this to be fully funded. So it needs 87 more dollars. So I keep this little paper clip right here so that I know that I'm working on this one. So now I can close that. But this, keeping my Christmas envelope in here is a reminder to go fill my Christmas binder because I'm not pulling that out to cash stuff. So New Year's Eve is getting 5. Hopefully that makes sense. Easter is not getting anything. The rest of these are not getting anything. Okay, put that one back there. Now we are going to move on to, which one are we going to move on to? This one. We'll put this one right here. So let's go here. Experiences is going to get 10. And this is a tracker that I did National Park Savings Challenges. So we're just going to click off one. So we have $40 in this one. Weekend Getaway is going to get 15, and there is a 15 on here. So we'll put this in here. And we'll put this tracker back in here. Girls Trip is not getting anything. Home Improvement is not getting anything. Yard and Garden is getting 10. So each one of these is worth 10. And so we will put a check mark right there. How pretty is this tracker? This is from Bethany Budgets in the flower garden. I thought that was appropriate. My garden is just blooming like crazy. And I am loving it. I'm not loving all the rain that we've been getting, but I'm loving everything that my plants just thriving in this environment. Hobbies is going to get 5. So we'll be able to do another one of these. So this one has 15. Hopefully this is going to dry. And that is it for this binder. Now we are going to move on to this binder. And emergency fund is going to get 25. And now emergency fund has 1,000, 200, 300, and 25. So let's go like this. I love these placeholders that I made. Emergency fund. Okay, medical is getting 25. I'll update the trackers when I'm finished. Another 25 here for dental. We switched insurance companies last year, and now we have an HSA, and we pay into it, and we have a higher deductible. So I started doing medical and dental for that. 1 month. Did I miss 1 month? Oh, 1 month is right there. But home maintenance is getting 25. Okay. 1 month ahead is getting 10. And we have $15 left. So we have self-care is getting 5. Haircuts is getting 5. And wellness is getting 5. And so that brings us to the end of our cash stuffing. And so now what we're going to do is we have this money to play in our binder. So we have 20, 40, 65, 70, so 1, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81. So this is going to go into our personal games binder, and we are going to move this money around in here. Whoops, I'm going to move this right here so that you guys can see it. So we just did the primary challenge, which was my personal money. We'll start with number 1. And this is, I need to grab this. Let's grab my yellow. So let's grab our yellow. Let's put this money back over here. I might have to get change for this. We'll do one of these, yellow. We'll do one more, and green. Let's grab our green, and I will do a chip bag. I'm drawn to these coloring savings challenges, and I'm the worst colorer. So this one's getting 20. It's getting a yellow 5 and a green 20. So we get to, or 15 and 5. So we'll put a $20 in there. And we'll put that one in there. Close it up. This is my Nemesis challenge. I love it. I hate it. I love it. I hate it. Let me move these dice in here. Let's take this one out, and then let's play a little knockout 9. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me grab this. So we'll do 8. 11. So we'll do 9, 10, 11. 4, 5, 6, 7. Or should we do, yeah, we'll do that. 2 and 1 is 3. 6. You guys, I think my luck has changed on this game. It's like, I used to have to put like $30 into this game, and now I'm just like gangbusters. So 4 and 5, so that's it. So we have to put $5 into this. And we're gonna play it one more time. 6. 10, 9 and 1. Maybe I was just playing it wrong. 7. Another 7, so that's 3 and 4, or so 7. We'll do 5, 6, 7. 5, so now we have 9. That's it. So we have to put 8. 8 plus 3 plus, whoops, 8 plus 4 plus 3. So we owe this one $15, so we'll put this $5 back, and we'll take a 20. So we'll add this one in here. And this is a fun way to play with your overflow, your extra money from the week that you did not spend. And it's a motivation, because I love playing these games. It's a motivation to kind of not spend all your money. Okay, so this is my this or that. Oh, shoot. Let me tell you who made these. The vending machine is Bethany Budgets. Knockout 9 is Luna Lolly. And this or that, I don't know who did this or that, and this happens to me every single week, and I will come back to you next week, I promise. Morning or night. Whew, this is a tough one. I love the morning. Seems like a fresh start. Everything's good. If I had to pick one, I'd have to pick the morning. Pizza or pasta? I'm going to say, when I was younger, probably pizza. And now that I'm older, I'm going to say pasta. We'll do one more. So let's put 5 here. And sweet or savory? 100% savory. Never been a sweet person, but I always have been a savory. So we have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'm going to put these 2 5s back and grab a 10. And now we have, let's see here. This challenge has saved us 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So I'm going to do a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we'll grab another 10. just to kind of keep these envelopes not so crazy. This is my favorite binder to play in. Okay, so savings number 4. We've never had this much money. This is called Savings Scratcher, and I haven't played this one yet, so I'm super excited. This is from My Money Matters. Let's grab our scratcher, and then let's roll the dice to see where we go. Number 6. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one is, ooh, buy yourself something nice. So when you come up on this one, I decided I'm going to do $5 into my personal wallet. So I will put this right here, and it'll go into my wallet, and it'll go into my personal spending because it's buy yourself something nice. So that is going to do that one. Now let's move on to infinity. So this one is these 2 dice. So here, let me put this into my personal right now. And we'll go into Lori. And now I just got $5 back. How fun was that? And that's going to be like coffee or something a little treat. So we are on 15, and this one is plus or minus. The plus or minus tells you if you go backwards or if you go forwards, and then the number is what you do. So this is a -5. So we're going to go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one's going to get, let me, oops. Oop, I think I lost my thing. But anyway, it's going to go to 10, and we will put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll put in the 2 5s. And then I will find my other side of this magnet off camera. So this is that one. Oh, and that's Budget with Ira. Another UK. If you see like a UK theme, it's because I'm digging the UK cash stuffers. This is Eat Me versus Drink Me. And this one we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have $12 to play with. And if you land on Eat, it's $10. And if you land on Drink, it is $5. Eat. Okay, so we owe this one $10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have $2 left. And so this one has $20 in it. How fun is that? And we just reallocated all of my leftover money in such a fun way. And then now we'll go to this one, and we have $2 left over. And so we will put that in the extra pile. So we were able to get through every single one of these today. How fun. So I put this in the completed because it'll get reallocated at the end. So that is going to do it, everybody. How fun was that? That is it for this week's wallet stuffing. I hope this showed you how budgeting can be gentle, and it's not about shame, or being perfect or getting it all right. It's about showing up, paying attention, and giving yourself the tools to grow. Some weeks I overspend, some weeks I feel behind, but every time I cash stuff, I sit here with you and I reset, and that feels like a win every single time. So if you needed someone to remind you today that your budget doesn't have to be perfect or to be powerful, here I am. Reset as many times as you need. It still counts. Leave me a butterfly if you are resetting. In the comments, leave me a butterfly if you're resetting with me this week, and let me know what's one category you're tweaking or downsizing or increasing. I'm doing something with, because again, your budget is fluid, and all of these tools help you to move up or down or manage things in a way that keeps you coming back. So I will see you on Wednesday for some savings challenges and hopefully a mocktail. I didn't get one today because I am drinking my iced coffee. But until then, keep pouring generously into your budget, your life, and yourself. Have a great, great week, everybody.